This encounter starts off looking like a completely ordinary interaction outside a sheriff's office, but within seconds, you can already feel the tension building. A man is standing in public taking photographs, something that, on its face, is perfectly legal, and almost immediately deputies begin questioning him like he's doing something criminal. What makes the situation so interesting is how quickly the conversation shifts from casual curiosity into a power struggle over rights, authority, and public accountability.
Make sure you read all posted signs, okay?
What do you mean all posted signs?
Okay, start taking pictures of jail facilities and stuff like that. You can get in trouble for that.
You can get in trouble for taking pictures of jail facilities?
Yes. So, like I said, there's a bunch of signs. I would read them if I was you, okay, bud?
Like this one?
That's not a jail facility.
Which one is?
Read the signs, bud, all right?
Well, I just want to make sure because I'm going to go take a picture of it right now.
Okay, well, take pictures of the signs if you want. Read them.
I'm just going to take a picture of the jail facility, though, so you can just point me in that direction.
Well, I don't have to do that either, okay?
But do you want to? What's your name?
Sergeant Juan Ceja with the Yolo County Sheriff's Office.
Sergeant what?
Juan Ceja.
Juan Ceja?
That's correct.
So, what's the issue? I don't understand why you came up
just
and...
because you put a camera in my face isn't going to change anything, okay?
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it
We've already
is.
finished our conversation. All you're doing
I
is
don't
trying
feel
to
like
bait-
I'm done. I'm just asking
Listen,
what
why
the
are you trying to
problem
do
is.
something
I'm not
that's
trying to
not a
bait you. I'm
problem?
asking what the problem is.
That you were taking pictures.
But now you're
And I'm
telling me,
asking
now
for
you're
your
telling me, now you're telling me
Conversation's over.
you can't take pictures of a jail facility.
be careful
I
taking pictures of
can
inside jail
absolutely
facilities.
take a picture of a jail facility.
Okay, make sure you read the signs, okay?
No, you make sure you get back in your car and you're dismissed and get out of here. How about that? See you later. You're dismissed, babe. Yeah, see you later. What a jerk, dude. No need to be a jerk for no reason, man. All of a sudden, it's take pictures of the signs and you can't take pictures of jail facilities and all this nonsense. Huh?
How you doing, bud?
I'm all right. How about you?
What are you up to?
Just taking pictures.
Oh, right on. Any reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Any reason for what?
Yeah.
You tell me?
Just taking pictures. Sure.
So you're not gonna like talk to me or anything like that?
Well, I'm just taking pictures.
Okay.
I don't see.
Any reason why?
Is there much more information to get? I'm just taking pictures.
Okay. So I'm just asking any reason why. I mean, I'm not being a jerk or anything,
Oh, I get it. And
Okay,
I'm just
so-
saying I'm just taking pictures.
but you're just taking pictures.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So, but what's the reason why?
Just taking pictures, man.
Okay. Why? Why can't you tell me why?
I mean, I can, but I just don't know that there's more information to get after I'm taking pictures. What's the issue?
Well, there
Told
might
you what
be.
I was doing.
Okay.
Taking pictures.
But
Is that okay?
it'd be better
Taking
if we know
pictures of
why.
cars and license plates and
Yeah, but why?
just because.
But see, that's the thing. Do you have an ID on you?
I do. Yeah.
Can I see it?
Why do I have to show my? Do I have
I'm not
to show my?
asking.
ID?
I'm asking if I can see it.
You're just asking if I can see
Yeah.
it? Oh, if I don't have to show it, I'm not. I don't
Okay,
know how
so-
the law works
all
on
right.
that, but I'm not going to show it if I don't have to.
Right here is where the interaction really takes a turn. The deputy suddenly starts warning the photographer about taking pictures of jail facilities, almost imply it's illegal. But notice the problem. He never clearly states what law is supposedly being violated. That's a huge detail. The auditor immediately picks up on the vagueness and starts pressing for clarification. And honestly, this is where many encounters spiral out of control. Broad warnings mixed with unclear authority. 1 minute it's you can take pictures. The next minute it's you can get in trouble.
If you don't want to be like talked to or searched or anything like that, is go stand at the corner, because then you're not on my property. Because actually, as of right now, I can search you, and anything I find, I can seize.
Is that right?
If it's illegal, yes.
Huh.
And I can show you the sign.
Yeah, could you want to show me the sign?
Yeah, let's walk over.
Where is it? That little one right there?
Right as you come in, it says anybody who's on this property is subject to search and seizure for any reason whatsoever. I can search a car, I can search a person, anything. You don't want that, right?
This is just the sheriff's office, right?
It's everything. It's our jail.
Where's the jail? It's right here.
No.
Is it? Where's the jail?
It's
Over
on-
there or
it's on-
something?
Well, we have the jail, we have our minimum security jail, we have our evidence, we have our boat division, we have our administration division.
So, but this is
an
the
entire
administration where I'm at, though, right?
Yeah. But you are subject to search for anywhere on this property for any reason whatsoever.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I'm sure you don't want to be harassed, right?
No, not really.
Yeah. So do what you're doing, but you might just have to do it over there so you don't get harassed.
Is there like a penal code that says you can do that?
It says everything on there.
It says the penal code that you can search somebody for being on this property?
Yeah, do you want to go read the sign?
Yeah,
I'll
go check it out right after this interaction. I don't think I think that's probably not going to hold up in court, but you can't just search somebody because they're on this property.
Yes.
This is private property? Is that it?
It is private yet open to the public for legitimate business.
For legitimate business.
Exactly.
Right.
But what I'm saying though is you are subject to search. So technically, if we really want to, I can search you and identify you at that point. And like I said, I'll be happy to go read the sign with you, but you're on our property and you're subject to search. Okay, so like I said, it'd be better if you go stand at the corner and do what you're doing. But standing here and you're not telling me why you want to be here or what you're doing yet. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're here.
I told you why I'm here. Taking pictures. Yeah.
Okay, but
taking
why are you
pictures.
taking pictures?
Just taking pictures.
But why?
Just taking pictures.
Okay, now we're going to go another route.
What's the other route? I'm taking pictures.
I'm telling you right now, okay, you're subject to search.
Why would I be subject to search on public property?
Let's go look at the sign. I'll show you the
this
sign.
is public property.
See, you're being difficult.
I'm not being difficult. I'm asking asking a question is being difficult. How is asking a question being difficult?
Because
I'm just asking a question. How am I? Just let me ask it. Can I just ask the question?
Well,
how am I subject to search for being on publicly accessible property? Like you said, I'm on public property. I'm not at the jail, mind you. You said this is a whole. No, it doesn't work because anybody can come in here and not be at the jail. This is the sheriff's office, right?
Why do you have the right to ask me questions?
Because you're a public servant and I'm a private citizen.
So you can't answer my questions?
I can if I choose to.
Okay, how about I choose not to then?
But you're a public servant. You get paid to answer my question.
Now, this is the moment where things become legally serious. The deputy begins claiming that because the property belongs to the county and contains secure areas, the auditor is suddenly subject to search. That's a massive escalation from simply asking questions. And listen carefully to how the explanation keeps shifting. First, it's private property, then public property with restrictions, then a jail facility, then an administration building. The auditor immediately challenges that logic because publicly accessible government property is not automatically the same thing as a restricted secure facility.
And like I said, you're subject to search.
So I'm sure you can understand our concern that you're over here taking pictures.
No, I don't understand the concern about taking pictures.
You why, and you won't tell me.
I'm just taking pictures. That's the telling you. Just taking pictures. I'm taking pictures to take pictures because I like cool shit and I'm a photographer. I mean, I could be working on a story that you don't need to know about. It could be a million things that I don't have to tell you because there's something called the Fifth Amendment, right?
Okay.
Right? So do I have to answer your question? Is it more suspicious because I don't answer your question? And then the next question, do you have reasonable suspicion of a crime? That's the next question. Because if you're going to take it one step further and detain me, what searching me would be detaining me, then you would have to have reasonable suspicion of a crime. Because this here is public property. So I'll go look at the sign. I'll even look up your penal code. But I'll tell you right now, with the knowledge that I have based on the law and the Supreme Court rulings and stuff like that about public property and recording police, taking pictures of your facility, anything I want to take pictures of, even a jail facility, you can't do shit.
I don't care.
That's the bottom line. So,
asking, hey, is there a reason why it's so cool?
And now there's a big issue because I'm telling you I'm just taking pictures.
Because you want to know why.
I'm just taking pictures.
If I was at your house taking pictures, would you want to know why?
But you're not, I'm not at your house though. I mean, I've never even done this before. I was just out taking some pictures today and I'm not at your house. If you were at my house, yes, I would come out and say, why are you taking pictures of my house?
Like I said, what we're going to do is I'm going to go actually snap a picture of the sign because like I said, you're on this property, so you are subject to search if we choose to search you, because we don't know you. You are subject, okay? You're subject to search. So I'm going to go over and take a picture of the sign.
Mr. Muratalla.
What was that?
You Mr. Muratalla, correct?
Oh, I see what's going on.
Is that you? I have a letter for you if it's you.
So you're going to take a picture of the sign and you're going to show me that there's some penal code saying you can search me for whatever reason you want.
I was going to get my phone to get a picture.
Is that your personal phone? Hey, is that your personal phone? Both of you guys. Personal phone or not? Company phone or personal phone? You have to answer. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, because that's now a public record, and if I want to request it, I can. Is that your personal phone or company phone?
Well, when you go to that, you can do that.
No. Is that, I need it for the record. Is that your personal phone or a company phone?
When you make that
And
request,
what's your badge number?
I don't need to provide that. You already have.
Yes, you do. What's your badge number? You have to give me your name and badge number. I believe in your policy. It says your identification has to show. Is there nobody else in this department named Seha?
No.
There's nobody else in this department with the last name Seha. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
At this stage, the conversation has completely transformed into a battle over control. The auditor keeps asking direct legal questions, but the deputies increasingly respond with authority statements instead of actual answers. "You're being difficult" is one of the most revealing phrases you'll hear in encounters like this, because asking questions is not obstruction by itself. The cameraman is calmly challenging the idea that merely standing on publicly accessible government property automatically subjects someone to searches and demands for ID.
Name and badge number.
Freeman 115.
Okay. What's your badge number?
I don't need to provide you the badge
What's your
number.
badge number?
You already have my name.
Are you so you're refusing to identify yourself?
I already
You
identified
identified
myself.
You're supposed to give your name and badge number, and it's supposed to be showing like yours are. Where's your name
How can we
tag?
help you, sir?
Aren't you supposed to have a name tag on?
How can we help you?
What can we do for you?
But you are in uniform. You have a badge on.
What can we do?
That's uniform. Where's your name tag?
How you doing, ma'am? How can we help you? You're not telling us
This
anything
is
other
fucking
than
crazy.
being argumentative with this.
Well, I was taking pictures. You could have left me alone and went back to work, babe. That's it.
Yeah, because you're
Would have
you're-
been
you're in
simple.
This is a secured area.
I went from taking pictures to having to record like 10 minutes into the conversation because
Right.
now I'm getting surrounded and shit. I don't understand the purpose
So,
for it.
Why is it that you're taking pictures? Or are you just out
I'm
here
taking pictures.
for what?
Taking
For-
pictures.
Are you conducting an investigation or something?
Taking
or-
pictures.
But for what purpose, though?
I'm taking pictures.
So you want us to help you, but you don't want to help us, right?
And I've explained this
It's
to your
gotta be- it's
officers.
gotta be a
I
two-way
haven't asked
street,
for
man.
your help at all. You guys can go back to work.
Well, we're concerned because we have secured people.
Okay,
coming in and
so
out of
so
here.
just make it clear. I'm not asking for your help.
Okay.
But if I ask a question, yeah, you're required to answer it because why? Do we know? Do you know that information? Why you're required to give your name and badge number and provide service to us? Do we know that?
What can we help you with?
But I'm just asking, do we know that
what can we help
information?
you with?
It's because you're a public servant, right? And I can choose not to answer the questions. Why? Because I'm a private citizen, right? I cannot answer you if I want. So it shouldn't be this big thing and this guy being a jerk for no reason. You don't have to be an asshole. You could give me your name and badge number. You can be professional and represent your department like a professional, right? But you're not. So you are a problem. Let's see what it says. I saw this sign. Is this the sign you're talking about?
Here, there's another sign right here.
Is this the sign you're talking about? Let's take a picture of that sign. Here, this sign says what? Unauthorized vehicles parking will be towed. It says nothing about people.
Yeah, you see this over here?
I'm not past that, but that also doesn't say anything about not going back
Well,
there.
Deputy Powell's coming back over here.
Let me ask you a question. Is that if I wanted to drive back there to go visit somebody at the jail, could I do that?
Well, that's not the jail.
Well, wherever
That's
it's
the
at.
juvenile detention facility.
And if I wanted to go visit somebody at juvenile detention facility, could I drive back there and do that?
if that's what
Could
you're
you
doing,
could you drive back? You
You
could?
could drive back
Okay,
there.
publicly accessible. If I wanted to walk in here, am I able perfectly to walk in here?
That's not the point.
Publicly accessible.
Here, Deputy Powell's got the information.
Where'd you get?
This section becomes incredibly revealing because the focus shifts away from photography entirely and onto accountability. The auditor starts requesting names, badge numbers, and clarification about department policy, and instantly the mood changes again. Some officers cooperate professionally, while others appear irritated that they themselves are now being questioned on camera. And this is where viewers usually split into two camps. Some people think the cameraman is intentionally provoking officers, while others see officers becoming offensive over perfectly reasonable public accountability questions.
Do that. I'm looking for you.
You should close this door then.
You can't go, excuse me. You're not allowed to go outside. You can't.
I can't go upstairs?
You can't.
Unless you're receiving services.
I could go
You
upstairs.
can film all you want here. You can't go upstairs.
Why not?
You can't go.
This is all public. You coming?
You can't go anywhere else right now.
I can't.
Unless you're getting services. That's what we're here.
Who said that? And I am getting services.
What services are you getting?
I don't know if I'm telling you.
Okay. You're here to film. I know when you guys are the auditors who do the filming and everything.
What guys? What are you talking about?
You know, we're not playing this game.
What are you talking about?
Not playing this game.
I don't know what you're talking. Are you kidnapping me right now?
I'm not kidnapping you. I'm
Okay.
not holding you against you or anything.
Okay.
You're
I'll
free
just
to
take this
film and
stairs.
everything. You can't go up there.
Yes, I could.
Because you're not getting services.
I can go upstairs and conduct business.
Alright, I'm gonna have to stop you. No, I'm gonna have to stop you.
Why?
Because there's confidential information. We have signs posted that you
It's
can't
still
record.
public.
It's public when you are receiving services. As you're
It's
recording
still.
me,
I just told you I'm
you're in a
receiving service.
what
Didn't I tell
services
you
are-
that? I
okay.
said I'm conducting business.
Did you go to any of the sides?
I have a right to
you
conduct
go to
business
any
in
other
this
sides?
building. What's your name and badge?
Lassane 1153.
Why are you
We'll
yelling?
record this so you can understand
Why are you
what
yelling?
I'm telling you.
Why are you yelling?
You're not authorized to go upstairs unless you're receiving services. We're
I
not
just
gonna
told
go
you.
through this.
I just told you I'm
We're
conducting
not gonna go
business.
through this.
Is it public or private?
It's private unless you're receiving
No,
services.
it's not. It's public. It's public.
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just one of those auditors who wants to claim their position.
You know your chief of police? You know your chief of police?
Yes.
I know her. I know
Oh,
her
no,
very
it's fine.
well.
Yvonne's already in the phone.
I know your chief very well.
Understood. So if
Sure.
you want to go to Gotham and report that, go
No,
ahead.
no, I'm gonna go straight to
Go
your
ahead. You
headquarters.
can go straight to the head. You can
I'm
go to
actually
the
not
mayor's
even.
office as well.
I'm not even going. I'm just gonna
Go
send her
ahead.
this video.
Go ahead. 100%. You can do so.
She promised me that all her officers
Yeah,
would
she
be
did
polite
promise
and
that. Okay, I
professional.
understand.
Yeah. So why you not? Why you stopping me
You
from
understand what the
going to
services
public
is,
areas?
You understand that.
You understand what public access
what
is, right?
service-
You know what public access
Do you
is, right?
understand what this building is?
Do you understand what public access
Do you
is?
understand what this building is?
It's a clinic.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? You go to the DMV. It's a public building, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, can you just walk anywhere you want to? Can you walk in the testing area without you actually receiving testing for the DMV?
I've done it
So if
multiple
somebody
times.
said, let me go get a permit test,
I've done
can you
it-
just walk
I've
in
done
and
it
record?
multiple times.
Can you just walk in to record somebody testing
I've done it multiple times.
in their public space?
In their public
While they're
space.
taking a
That's
test,
what you
rating,
said.
While they're writing the test.
That's right. In
Okay,
their
so
public
go
space.
ahead.
And finally, after all the threats, all the warnings, all the subject to search language, the entire encounter starts collapsing under its own contradictions. Notice how the deputies slowly begin disengaging once it becomes clear the auditor is not backing down and keeps demanding a lawful explanation. This is actually one of the most important moments in the whole video because it highlights how knowledge changes outcomes. The cameraman never became physically aggressive, never threatened anyone, and never stopped asking the central question, what law am I breaking?
Will respect my rights in these Department of Health and Mental
All I'm
Hygiene.
asking, what services do you need?
I don't need to tell you that. I told you already. I'm gathering
That's
public
why you're coming to the building.
information.
But see, the thing is this. When you
I'm
go into-
allowed to access public areas. If there's a sign that says authorized personnel only, I respect that. I don't go in private areas. But it's publicly
You understand that
accessible.
once you access certain places of the public, they are doing information that
Whose job is it to keep that private? It's not my job. What if I wasn't recording?
But you have to fill out
What if I
information.
wasn't recording?
You're filling out information.
Are they going to be saying people's
You cannot
private
record.
information out
We
loud?
have signs posted upstairs. If you want to come upstairs, you are glad to come upstairs.
I have a
You
right
wanna come
to.
upstairs? Come on. And I'll show you where you cannot
I'm
record.
taking the elevator.
All right. Yeah.
I suggest you be on your best behavior.
Now you're going ahead and making threats and thinking that, oh yeah, you've got to be best on behavior.
I made a
You're
threat
saying that
or I
I'm-
said- I made a
Go ahead.
suggestion?
Go ahead. That's not a suggestion.
Yeah, you're
That's
in
a threat.
uniform right now. Working.
Yes.
You're a peace officer.
Understood.
So
I'm
that
glad
means
you
you're
know
held
who
to
I
a
am.
higher standard, right?
We all held to higher.
And you're on camera,
That is nice.
right? So like I said, I suggest you be on your best behavior. Do your job the right way.
And what's going to happen with that? Okay, like
I
you said,
told you
you're
what
gonna
I'm
make a
gonna do.
report to the chief.
I told you
right?
I'm gonna send her this video.
Okay, understood.
Straight to her email. She said, if you have any
yourself in.
issues with
Come
my
on, let's go.
officers,
Come on.
she said, if you have any issues with my officers, you let me know. You call me directly. I said, no problem. Then she told me about those.
couldn't wait.
She told me about those survey cards that you're gonna have in every lobby. She said, I don't even have to ask you for a complaint form. The survey cards, just ask you for a survey card.
I understand.
Yeah, I might need one of those. You have those available, right? Survey cards?
At this location, no.
It should be at all locations. That's what she promised me. All locations.
This is the only right here you can film.
Let me see. Waiting area, restrooms. So I could go to the restroom, right? See, where I can't go is the exam rooms. I can't go in nobody's exam room. That's private. That's a private area. This, I can't go in there. That's a private area. I can stand here and record through this window. I can be in the public hallways. And I don't record private people. I don't. That's me personally, because they're here for certain reasons, and I don't put them on camera. You know who I put on camera? Public employees. You say you see my videos, right?
All the time.
So you should know. See that? That's a sign. Employees only, beyond that point. Let's see how y'all maintain the facility, see how y'all treat the public. Was this...
You see the sign posted up right there?
Where?
No video, so you can't record past this area.
Past where? Where do you see that at?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's just a sign. That's not a law.
It is a sign.
Yeah, but it's not against the law.
You cannot record.
It's not against the law to record in public buildings. It's against the law to use people's medical information. That's against the law.
So that's why there's no recording of pictures.
No, but it's your job. It's your job.
It's not my job, nothing. It's not
It is, because y'all HIPAA certified. I'm not HIPAA certified.
Okay, you understand that you're going
Right.
into a public building if you have
That's
information.
fine. Yeah. What if I go into a social security office and somebody says their social security number out loud? Am I committing a crime because I heard it? Am I committing a crime because I heard this in social? All right, so just be quiet. Do your job. You know I could be here all day, right?
No, you can't. Unless
Yeah, I
you're getting
could.
the services, you cannot be here all day.
I told you I'm conducting business.
You're not conducting no business.
I am.
You can leave. There's people working. You can leave.
I'm sorry, this is a confidential clinic. You cannot be recording.
This is a public area.
No, it's
go.
not
Let's go.
confidential. No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The public can come up here and get condoms, right?
And then let's leave.
Can I come up here and get condoms?
You can take them
I
downstairs.
could, right?
Leave the area.
Because you're about to be conducting
Leave the
social
area,
conduct.
please. It's
No.
a confidential clinic. You're not
Miss, you need to Miss, you need
No,
to de-escalate. You need to calm
You
down.
need to leave.
There's no crime here.
What you need, and that's it.
I'm doing
You're gonna
that.
be disorderly.
I'm
In a
doing
minute,
that.
That's going to be a crime.
Yeah. Then I'll sue you.
Go ahead.
For violating
You can
my
have this
rights.
recorded. You can post this on YouTube. It's going to be
Yeah,
disorderly.
yeah. How's it disorderly? He is. He's a peace officer.
It's okay.
It's disorderly to get condoms?
I need for you to, there's condoms downstairs.
Yeah, but I'm here already. Who's your supervisor, miss?
Just when it seems the situation is over, Chapter 2 begins. And this part may actually be more revealing than the first encounter outside. Now, the auditor enters a publicly accessible government building, and once again officials immediately try to restrict movement based on vague explanations instead of clearly defined rules. Listen carefully to how often phrases like, unless you're receiving services, get repeated. The auditor responds by saying he is conducting business, but officials continue blocking access anyway. This becomes another fascinating clash between public access rights and government control over facilities.
You and her have yet to be
That is
polite
fine.
this
We've
whole
been polite.
interaction.
It's not
No,
about
you
being
have
polite at
not.
this time.
No, you
What
have
services
not.
do you need?
No, you have
You have
not.
no business. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, I need to file. I want to file a
You have
complaint
no.
on her.
All right. I'll give that.
Do I do that through your chief or do I do it through who got them?
Department of Health.
So you're saying that I can't access the public areas of this building?
Unless you are receiving services. And
Why
this
do you
is being
say that?
recorded as long as
Why do
you're
you say
receiving
that?
services. Because all Department of Health and mental hygiene buildings are not the same. They do different functions. From food protection, you're taking a food test, you're getting your food license. If you're receiving sexual health services, This is one of the services. You want to get your birth certificate? Go to registry and get your birth certificate.
Okay.
You know
so
about
there
the
is
operation.
so there is public access areas, right?
When you are receiving services, those will be public access.
Or conducting business.
Exactly. Are you receiving services or conducting business?
I told you
You're not conducting
you
business.
see that I'm conducting business.
Recording a video is not
It's official business. It is.
For you it is.
It is.
Yes, for you
for the
it is.
Supreme Court, for Americans.
Yeah, the Supreme Court already knows about this.
Yeah,
come on, it's a government building.
Right, so I can record in public areas.
Only when accessible. Only on certain places.
Right, this is accessible, right?
Okay, so you can record.
And I'm watching you.
Okay, understood.
Right, so I can stand here all day and watch you.
Fair enough.
Right?
You getting paid, I'm getting paid.
You getting paid by me, though.
Okay, fair enough.
So, I mean, she called the police. Why did she call the police?
Again,
There's no crime here.
no, but the thing is, because it's sexual health clinic, people are real sensitive about, what it is. I understand that, you're recording certain things, but just seeing a camera alone where somebody's filling out information, they're in a waiting room, they're thinking, oh my God, what? I don't want to show my face because it could be somebody that they know or whatever. That's why everything here is confidential. When you come in, we just ask for service you need. A or B, everything is confidential. Your number.
Yeah.
I don't want to put put a name to a face or anything like that. So just for people, I don't have.
No, I understand that. That's why I'm saying I only wanted to visit the publicly accessible areas.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
while I'm in those areas, I don't put private people on camera.
That's
I
why-
record in hospitals all over the city.
Yeah, I saw you with the hospital.
And
but that's why
even when I'm in
saying-
hospitals, I can't. There's certain areas that I can't go, like
Yeah.
a patient's room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's why with the second floor, that's why I was pushing you away because when I hesitating you, because again, that's right there. Them in the waiting room.
But as you
already.
see, I didn't record
No,
nobody in the waiting
Yeah, I
room.
know, but people are already watching.
And
you,
if they
like,
come,
yeah,
you
so
tell them, hey,
Yeah.
he's allowed to record. He's not recording any of you.
That's what I'm making sure. You
And
I know you respect
that's where you
everything,
de-escalate the situation. Like,
I understand.
everybody has a right to record in
But
public.
just here, with that specifically, people come in.
So how come you didn't tell her not to call law enforcement? There's no crime here.
Anybody they probably even some people who are sitting in the waiting room probably called as well. They gonna do it.
Well.
I can't tell them not to do that. That's what they do. But
Well, there's no crime here. I don't commit crimes, so. But we'll wait around. Hopefully they come and honor their oath. So I think I want to submit a FOIA request.
okay, yeah. So right now we don't have that again. I told you earlier. we don't
Do you have a
that.
pen and paper?
Yes. Sir.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I think you need an actual loose safe because I'm gonna.
You want the whole?
I'm gonna
Oh,
request.
you want to write it down?
No, because I only have my hands are full.
All right, I got you.
I'm gonna request a copy if I get a copy for my records, and then you would forward the original to the headquarters.
Correct.
Yeah. So I guess you wanna open it up so you can use the
gonna be
full
long?
paper. Yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Well, not too long. It's the proper way because it's a full sheet of paper. I'm requesting name, title, and salary.
Okay, main title.
Name, title, and salary of the clinic manager.
Patrick,
Clinic manager.
call him. One person, yeah.
Let's step to the side because I don't want to get just people coming in.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. My clinic manager called. Just recording.
Okay.
Right now he's one of the activists doing the auditors and everything. He's just been recording. So there's certain places that he knows that he can't be and everything.
As long as you're fine, you know where you can and can't record.
Yeah. So right now he wants just a FOIA request. I'm gonna do that for him.
All right, sounds
That's
good.
good.
Can I get your business card before you go?
Sure.
Thank
I
you.
left mine in my car. I'll
You
go
can just
grab
write yours on his.
it. Okay, you sure? Because I'll
Yeah.
go grab it and just give it to you.
No, that's fine.
None of that apology.
I guess the lady felt uncomfortable because I was recording, which is it happens. What's your command? 10? Is that near
What
here?
did you say?
230.
Your command?
We work at the
230
10th precinct in
West
Chelsea.
2.
Right over there. 20th between 7th and 8th.
Oh, I've never been there before.
It's 230.
That's a
West
good
Road.
thing. You don't want to be there.
I visit you guys a lot. So
This case ultimately becomes a powerful example of how quickly everyday interactions between citizens and government officials can spiral once constitutional rights enter the conversation. What started as simple photography outside a sheriff's office turned into repeated threats of searches, ID demands, arguments over public access, and multiple officers struggling to explain exactly what authority they were relying on. Whether you agree with the auditor's style or not, one thing is undeniable. He consistently demanded legal justification instead of blindly complying, and that forced every officer involved to think carefully about their actions.